Look at that. I have a good feeling about today's live stream. I feel really good. I have a lovely tingling sensation up my right leg. I think everything is going to be quite nice today. Look out the window. Look how beautiful the weather is right now here in England at 3 minutes past 2 o'clock. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. I nearly went outside. I was going to do my live stream outside, but it was a little bit noisy, unfortunately. So I decided to stay in the studio, but there it is. The sun is out. The sky is almost blue. Everything is looking rather nice, I must say. Welcome, everyone. Here we are once again. It is another special live stream during my 28 days of February. How are you today? Olay! Here we go again. Oh, it only seems like 24 hours ago since I was last here. In fact, it was 24 hours ago since I was last here. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? I really hope you are feeling happy today. It's very nice outside, quite mild. The weather is looking lovely. It is, I want to say, spring-like. But the problem is, as soon as I say that, I know the weather will turn bad. So I'm not going to say that. All I'm going to say is the weather is very nice today. It's nice outside, and that's all I'm saying. I'm not going to make any reference to spring. I'm not going to say that spring is coming, because I always know that as soon as I say that, the weather goes back to being really horrible. So I am here. My name is Duncan. I talk about the English language. I've been doing this for ever such a long time. How long have you been doing it for, Mr. Duncan? Well, thank you very much for asking. I've been doing this for nearly 15 years. Oh, that's a very long time. Do you ever get bored doing it? Not really, no. I enjoy doing it. What about your live streams? Do you do very many? Well, at the moment I'm doing 28 during the month of February, you see. Or should I say Fab-uary? Oh, that's a very good title. Did you think of it yourself? Yes, I did. I thought of my title all on my own. Oh, you are very creative. I must say you're very clever, really. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. I can't do that anymore. So now you know why I'm here. We talk about English. We are all fans of the English language. Yes, we are, Mr. Duncan. We love the English language so much. Yes, we do. Okay, I will stop that now. I'm stopping it right now. Yes, it is a brand new week. A new week is here. It is all fresh. It is lovely. It smells delicious, like a freshly baked loaf of bread. Yes, it's Monday. We are back together again, and yes, it is a new week. Monday is here. Oh, fancy pants. Not yet. I think it's too early to have fancy pants. On a sad note, we only have 6 more days. There you can see. 6 more days. Only 6 more badges to go on my hat. That's all we have left of this month. And then March will arrive. And then there will be no more February. What are we going to do? What are we going to do, Mr. Duncan, without February? We're all going to be so lonely and afraid. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. You'll be fine, because I will still be here with you live, just not every day. Hello to the live chat. A lot of people here today. Nice to see you once again. Oh, this is very interesting. A very interesting moment of time as I reveal the person who was first on today's live chat. I think he might be the champion of finger clicking. He has a very fast finger. He has the fastest clicking finger in the world. You have to be careful how you say that. Yes, Vitas, guess what? You are first on today's live chat. Ooh. Well done. Very nice. Yesterday, by the way, I was showing you some old photographs. I am fascinated, and this is something, I don't think I've mentioned this before, but I am fascinated by very old photographs. There is a guy on Twitter who often posts very old photographs that he has restored, and they look amazing. They look as if they were taken yesterday, but some of them were actually taken 100, 120 years ago, a very long time, but they look as if they've just been taken. And he's very clever. I can't remember his name, but apparently there is a process where you can take old photographs, and I think they have to be processed in a certain way. I think they have to be glass slides. So in the early days of photography, they didn't use film, they used other methods, including glass. So they were like large glass slides, and that's how they produced photographs. So this guy on Twitter, he posts lots of restored, and, well, all I can say is the way he does it is amazing. And I have this very strong fascination for old photographs. I love looking at things on photographs, especially places that I'm familiar with. Maybe the area in which I grew up, or maybe the street in which I lived as a child. So old photographs, I don't know why, they always bring a wonderful sense of nostalgia, because you are seeing something that is real in front of you, but maybe the thing in the photograph no longer exists. So yesterday I did show an interesting photograph of the last steam train leaving this place where I live, Much Wenlock. I also showed you another photograph as well of the old square. So I've actually found another photograph here of the same place. So this, believe it or not, is actually the square, the town square in Much Wenlock. And there it is. So this is, now I have worked out with a little bit of help from Mr. Steve that this might be the early 1980s. This might be 1982 or 83. But apparently it is at the early 1980s. And the reason why we know this is because of the car. And as you know, Mr. Steve is a big fan of cars. So there it is. You might not realise that that is actually the town square in Much Wenlock before they started building all of the new shops. And these days, the town square looks amazing. Would you like to see a comparison? So there it is now, the photograph of the square in Much Wenlock, the main meeting place, although in the 1980s, the town square was just a parking space. but new buildings were constructed. And there you can see. Now this is actually part of the construction or reconstruction of the town square. So you can see, you might recognise some of those shops. You might actually recognise those buildings. So they were being built during the time this photograph was taken. I will give you the old photograph again, just so you have a comparison. There it is. So there it was originally, and here it is being constructed. So the town square here in Much Wenlock has changed quite a lot over the years. Here is another photograph. This is the photograph I showed you yesterday, and I'm now going to show you what it looks like now, just to give you an idea of the comparison. So we make a comparison, we give a comparison, we are showing two things, and we are highlighting or discussing the differences between them. So here is the comparison. So there it is, way back in the 1980s, Much Wenlock, the town square, and here it is now. So this is what it looks like now. Oh, look at that. Mr. Duncan, how did you do that? It's almost as if you have a time machine. I don't, I just have some photographs. Nothing quite as elaborate. But the thing to notice, take a close look at the shop that is on the right. So you can see there is a shop with a sign above the door. But take a close look, because if you go back to the 1980s, the shop is still the same. There it is. So the shop hasn't changed. So that shop you can see on the right has not changed at all since the 1980s. Not at all. In fact, it is still the same shop and the same owner. So there you can see. I find these sorts of things very fascinating. I love looking at old photographs. And I like looking at pictures of buildings, perhaps buildings that are no longer around. Maybe they've been demolished. To demolish something is to destroy something. You knock something down. You destroy it. So I hope you enjoyed that. I did get a lot of response yesterday, quite a few replies when I showed the photograph yesterday, so I couldn't resist showing some more today. It's Monday, everyone. It is beautiful outside. We also have the live chat as well. Nice to see you all here. We have Mosen. Hello, Mosen. Nice to see you here again today. Beatrice. We also have Luis Mendez is here today. Grace Chin. Oh, hello, Tomek. It seems very strange seeing you on Monday. I don't know why. It seems very weird. Also, we have Ricardo. We have Rosa. Hello, Rosa. Also, Unicarina. Nice to see you back as well. Also, Queenlet. Hello, Queenlet. How are you? Are you feeling royal and regal? I hope so. Olive Green is here. Hello to the audience. Hello to you as well. Yes, it is the last week of February. So don't forget, it isn't the end of my live streams. I will still be with you on Sunday and also Wednesday. So when March arrives, I will still be with you, but only twice a week, not every day. Hello, Beatrice. Nice to see you as well. Joe Carl says, Mr. Duncan, I think your beret is getting very heavy. Yes. I must say my neck over the past few days has become very tired because I have to hold up this, not only the hat, not only my giant skull, but also the badges. And I have 6 more. 6 more to put on here during the week. Ooh. Spot the White Van is coming soon. It is a perfect day. It is a busy Monday on the roads. And there are lots of delivery vans driving around. Hello also Pierre. Hello Pierre. Nice to see you here as well. We also have Dana and also Victoria. Oh, so many people joining us. I must admit, sometimes I'm very surprised to see so many people joining me during the week, because I know some of you are very busy. I know some people at the moment are still in lockdown. Talking of which, today, here, the government are going to tell us what is going to happen next concerning COVID and also the lockdown. So a lot of people have been forced to stay at home over the past 4 weeks. So today we are going to be told what will happen next. Because of course, everything they've done, everything the government have done has been carefully planned. All along, all the way through this crisis, our government has known exactly what to do. So today we are going to be given the latest instructions and the latest plans. What will be happening next here in England? Will we be able to open our shops? Will we be able to go to the cinemas and the theatres and the restaurants and the bars? Will we be able to go and have our hair cut? Well, I don't have to worry about that, fortunately. We will be finding out today. Hello also Belarusia, nice to see you here as well. Hello Belarusia, nice to see you here as well. I believe you won't be here tomorrow. I did get your message yesterday. Hello Soren, hello also Tomek. Did my lights go off then? Oh, something very strange is happening here. Oh. Are we going to have a power cut? I hope not. I don't like it when that happens. Sometimes the lights will go off and then come back on very quickly. Please, I don't want a power cut. Can we please have a power cut after 3 o'clock? But not now, not during my live stream. Please, please, Mr. Powerman, please don't cut the line yet. So today we are going to find out what will happen next. What are the British government going to do next as far as lockdown is concerned? We will find out today. Tomek says, the government of the country I live in is about to lift some of the restrictions tomorrow as well. I don't think the restrictions will be lifted tomorrow here. I think we probably have another 2 or 3 weeks before anything changes. So it looks as if they are going to allow people to have more freedom to open their businesses, but I think it's going to happen very slowly. It is going to happen over a period of time. I think so. Let's have a look outside and see if we can spot a white van, shall we? Let's have a look. This is now live. Looking out of the window, it is a glorious day, and the first thing we see is a large lorry. And also, oh my goodness, look at that. Did you see that? I can't believe it. Straight away, without any hesitation. Did you see the white van? That's amazing. I think that might be the fastest white van that we've seen. And there are 2 more. 2 more white vans going by. Incredible. We have a blue van, a white van, and we had another white van as well. Well, that's pretty good. What a brilliant way. You see, I had a good feeling today about this show, and there is another white van. That's a big white van. So we've had 4 white vans. Okay, 1 blue van and 3 white vans. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? Yes, it's not gloomy here today. It is very bright and very sunny. We are having the most amazing weather today. I don't know what's happened, but all of that cold weather has disappeared. The snow has vanished. The rain has stopped. And it really does feel quite nice. Although I'm not going to say it feels like spring, because whenever I say that, the weather always turns bad. It does. So we've had our white vans. I think we've spotted 3 white vans and also 1 blue van as well. So I think, yes, that's it. We can continue. I'm feeling rather happy about that, to be honest. We have spotted the white vans for today. Very nice. Coming up today, what else are we doing today, Mr. Duncan? Mr. Duncan, what else are we doing today? Today we are looking at a very interesting thing, something that always takes me back to my childhood. We are talking about old wives' tales. So when we say tale, we mean a story or something that is recounted. So when you recount something, you are retrieving the information, or maybe you are taking a memory and you are telling the story of that time. However, there are many stories that are passed down over the years, and some of these stories have become folklore. That means a lot of people believe that they are real. They believe that they are true. People have passed them down over the generations. So today we are looking at old wives' tales. That's what we're doing in a few moments. Vitas says, it looks like you are already hot. No, it isn't hot here, although it is mild. But I don't want to get too excited. Oh, I see what you mean now. Yes, so you can see the heat vapour going past the camera. Let's have another look very quickly. Yes, there it is. So if you look carefully, you can see there is some heat vapour. The actual image is shimmering. Oh, that's a big one. Look at the size of that lorry. That was a Sainsbury's lorry. That's full of food. And there's another white van. I think Monday is the best day to spot your white vans. If you want to see white vans, always do it on Monday, because there are lots of vans on the roads. Oh, there's another one. We could do this all day. Maybe I will. Maybe one day I will do it for the whole live stream. We can just sit and watch the vans go by. I think that's rather nice, to be honest. Yes, the reason why there is heat vapor is because in my room I have one of my radiators. So the central heating is on in my room. So the vapor, the distortion on the image is actually coming from my central heating. It looks like summer outside. It looks like it, but it doesn't feel like it. However, Tomek likes my extra voice. Oh, thank you, Tomek. I also like you as well. Oh, very nice. Isn't that lovely? Mr. Duncan, I heard that many people receive their vaccine injection in the UK. Is it true? Alessandra, it is true. I think at the moment it is around, I think it's 15 million people have been vaccinated. So we still have a very long way to go before we vaccinate everyone. But yes, some people are now receiving their second injection as well. So some people are getting the second part of their vaccine. So it is all going on here in the UK. And today we will find out what our fate will be over the next couple of months. Interesting indeed. Some interesting times ahead. I think so. Old wives' tales. Do you have an old wives' tale? Maybe something you've heard, maybe from your mother, or maybe a person you know, maybe an elderly person. Lots of elderly people, and I'm not attacking anyone, but I'm just saying that quite often old wives' tales are told or believed by people of a certain age. But I'm not attacking you. I'm not attacking you. So old wives' tales. There are quite a few old wives' tales, things that people believe. But I suppose I should explain what an old wives' tale is. So I will do that now. Oh, thank you, Mr. Duncan. That's very kind of you. You are a very kind man. An old wives' tale is a supposed truth, which is actually spurious or a superstition. It can be said sometimes to be a type of urban legend, said to be passed down by older women to a younger generation. Such tales are considered superstition, folklore, or unverified claims with exaggerated and or inaccurate details. So an old wives' tale is very similar. I suppose you could say that it is similar to a superstition or a type of folklore. And sometimes, quite often here in the UK, we will describe it as an urban legend. So something that is believed by people, but it hasn't been proved. An old wives' tale. So what about you? Do you know any old wives' tales? Is there anything that you heard as a child? Maybe your mother told you something that you shouldn't do, or something that seems real but actually isn't, even though lots and lots of people say that it is true. I wonder. Surah Hamasha says, I love the old tales. Me too. My grandparents used to have all sorts of beliefs, things that their parents told them about certain superstitions. One thing I always remember with my grandparents, I remember staying at my grandparents' once, and there was a thunderstorm and lightning, and I remember that they covered the mirror that was above the fireplace. So they put a sheet over the mirror, which I always thought was strange. And they said you should always do that. They didn't tell me why, but they said that you should always put something over the mirror when there's a thunder and lightning storm. Vittoria has one. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. But is that true? Is it true? Or is it just an old wives' tale? Would you like to look at one? Okay, we're going to look at some old wives' tales now. Here's another one. I hope you enjoy these. Oh, okay, Mr. Duncan, we can see what you're doing now. Here's an old wives' tale, but is it true? Don't cut your body hair, as it will grow back thicker. A lot of people believe this. If you shave your chest, or maybe you shave your arms, you shave the hair off your body. So not your head, but your body hair. Oh, Mr. Duncan, that's a bit rude. We can't really talk about body hair. I think YouTube might get a little bit angry. It's okay, we'll be fine. Don't cut your body hair, as it will grow back thicker. Is it true, or is it just an old wives' tale? It is not true. It is an old wives' tale. It is not true at all. If you cut your body hair, it will not grow back thicker. However, it will feel as if it is thicker. It will feel as if the hair is thicker, because when you cut it, it becomes sharp. It is blunt. And so when you rub your hand over the hair that is growing back, it feels thicker. But it isn't. It's exactly the same hair. So that is... Oh dear, I love doing this. I like having the power. I have the power. If you say bad things on my channel, I have the power. I'm loving this. I really am. Don't cut your body hair, as it will grow back thicker, is not true. It is an old wives' tale. It is not true. Mukesh asks, Mr. Duncan, can you please give us your opinion about COVID for 2021? Well, first of all, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a virologist. I have no qualifications with virology or viruses. I'm not a doctor. You may have noticed. So don't cut your body hair, as it will grow back thicker, is an old wives' tale. Here's another one. People used to tell me, my mother used to tell me all the time, she would say, if you sit too close to your TV, you will go blind. Is it true, though? If I sit too close to my television, will it make me go blind? The answer is no. It is an old wives' tale. Although, apparently, quite a few years ago, there was a TV manufacturer and they introduced a new type of television, and apparently the radiation that was produced from it was very dangerous. And they quickly realised it, and then they took that particular television off the market. Sitting too close to the TV will make you go blind. It is an old wives' tale. My mother used to say that. I think it was her way of getting me to get away and stop watching television. I think my mother was just trying to discourage me from watching TV. I think so. Oh, apparently Alessandra has one. Here we go. Is there one that says, oh yes, there is one that says that you need to shave your hair or only cut your hair when the moon is glowing. Glowing. Or is that growing? I think maybe you mean glowing. Glow. To glow is to shine brightly. Hello, Sora. Hello, also Zuzika. Sitting too close to the television will make you go blind. It won't. I'm sure there are other things. There was something else that my mother used to tell me. If I did it too much, I would go blind. And as you can see, I now wear glasses. So I think that particular thing that my mother warned me about may have been true. So you can see, this is why my eyesight is so bad. I couldn't keep my hands off myself. Sitting too close to the TV will make you go blind is an old wives' tale. Here's another one. Ooh, cracking the bones in your knuckles will give you arthritis. So is this true, or is it an old wives' tale? So a lot of people like to crack their bones. They put their hands together and they crack their bones. So a lot of people like to do that, but is it true? It is an old wives' tale. It is not true. Cracking your bones, there is no evidence to prove that cracking your knuckles, these are your knuckles here. Cracking your bones or your knuckles will not give you arthritis, but I'm sure it might do some damage. I don't recommend it, to be honest. Oh, here's one for me. If there's one thing I've noticed over the past few years, I have many grey hairs. Some of them on my head, some of them on my chin, and some of them in other places which I can't mention for various reasons. No, Mr. Duncan, don't tell us about your hair. No, you must not, because YouTube will come round and they will disconnect your live stream with a big pair of scissors. That's true, that's what they will do. Pulling one grey hair out will cause two more to appear. But is it true? Or is it an old wives' tale? Pulling one grey hair out will cause two more to appear. Is it true? Or is it an old wives' tale? It is an old wives' tale. It's not true. It's a load of rubbish. It is not true. Pulling one grey hair out will not cause two more to appear. In reality, it is just the aging process. So when more grey hairs appear, it just means you are almost as old as Mr. Steve. Here's another one. We are talking about old wives' tales, stories that have been passed down, beliefs that people have held on to for many years. Here's an interesting one, and this is one of my favourites, because when I was a child, my mother would often say, "Come on, Duncan, eat those carrots. Eating carrots is good for you. Your eyesight will be really good." Well, guess what? It didn't work. I used to eat carrots when I was a child, but look, my eyesight is bad. And I used to eat carrots quite often. I think I used to eat carrots more than Bugs Bunny. Eating carrots is good for your eyesight. It is an old wives' tale. It doesn't do anything. If you eat carrots again and again and again, all you will do is have orange wee-wee. It will make your wee-wee go orange. But no, it won't improve your eyesight. Unfortunately, it's a nice idea though. Oh, Belarusia. Thank you, Belarusia. Here is another one, Mr. Duncan. Don't lose your needle, or you will lose your boyfriend. Oh. Well, my needle is in a very safe place. Dana S. The old wives' tales are the same in my country. Yes, I think every country has their own special old wives' tales. However, many of them are the same around the world. So eating carrots, it does not improve your eyesight, even though carrots are good for your body. Here's a good one. Now I think this must be true. This must be true. It has to be true. There is no way that this is an old wives' tale. Oh, Mr. Duncan, maybe it is. Maybe it is an old wives' tale. Maybe you're wrong, you silly sausage. Eating turkey makes you feel drowsy and causes you to fall asleep. Is it true, or is it just an old wives' tale? Some people believe that there is a special chemical in turkey that makes you feel drowsy. But is it true, or is it just a load of rubbish? It is an old wives' tale. Eating turkey does not necessarily make you feel drowsy, and it does not cause you to fall asleep. However, quite often people will eat turkey when they are having a big meal, and quite often they will also drink alcohol as well, you see. So eating turkey does not make you feel drowsy, and it does not cause you to fall asleep. Quite often when people have a turkey meal, they will also consume lots of other things as well, such as, well, large amounts of food, but also alcohol as well. Here's another one. If you have your own, please let me know. Oh, now here's a good one. Now I remember this one. This is something my grandparents used to say. You should dab whiskey on a baby's gums as their teeth come through. So as a baby's teeth start to come through, sometimes it can be very painful for them. And an old wives' tale, which it is, of course, please don't give whiskey to a baby. It is not a good idea, because you do not want a drunk baby. If you think babies are bad when they're sober, you should see a drunk baby. Drunk babies are the worst. They start smashing your furniture up, and they get quite abusive as well. Yes. So you should dab whiskey on a baby's gums as their teeth come through. Is an old wives' tale. It is not true. Putting whiskey in a baby's mouth. I do not recommend that anyone tries that, because you might end up with an alcoholic baby. And you will have to make lots of trips to the off license. Here's another one. Now I remember this from school. There are many myths, many old wives' tales connected to chewing gum. Chewing gum. In fact, in my school, they banned chewing gum. Do you know why? Because the kids kept sticking the chewing gum everywhere. On the desks, underneath the desks, on the doors. They would drop it on the floor, and then of course the chewing gum would then stick to the bottom of your shoe. There is nothing worse than getting chewing gum on the bottom of your shoe. I hate it. So, is it true swallowed chewing gum will damage your health and never be digested? Some people believe that it takes many years for chewing gum to be digested. The answer is no. It might be a little uncomfortable when you swallow it, but it will pass through your system like everything else. It will go through your tummy and then into your small intestines and then into your large intestines and then into your bowel, and then you will poop it out. So you don't have to worry about it, you see. I remember at school they used to say if you swallowed chewing gum, it would stick to your heart and kill you. I remember that one. And I really did believe that as well. I actually thought that was true. I was so afraid when I had chewing gum in my mouth. I was so scared of swallowing it, just in case it stuck to my heart and killed me. Now, Mr. Duncan, you are very silly. You know that isn't true, you silly man. Here's another one. We are looking at old wives' tales. Oh dear. Okay, no, it's okay. We will go with this. It's fine. I don't mind. Peeing on a jellyfish sting will help relieve the pain and help it to heal. Is that true? So if you are walking along the beach one day and suddenly a giant jellyfish jumps out of the water, I don't think they do that. They just lie on the beach like this. So that is my impression of a jellyfish. Would you like to see it again? One more time. So this is my impression of a jellyfish on the beach. There we go. So jellyfish can sometimes sting you if you are in the water. So maybe you are swimming, having a lovely time, splashing around in the water, and then suddenly a jellyfish will go by and it will sting you quite often on your leg. Or if you are really unlucky, your bum. Oh, Mr. Duncan, that sounds very painful. It is. I think it is very painful, to be honest. But the big question is it true? If you have a wee-wee on a jellyfish sting, will it actually help relieve the pain? Will it help to heal the sting? I wonder. No, it's not true. It's an old wives' tale. However, the best thing to do, if you are stung by a jellyfish, you can often find the sting. So the sting, just like with a wasp, when a wasp stings you, it will stick its sting into you. But when a jellyfish stings you, you will find that the sting is left behind. It stays in your skin. So the best thing to do is actually find the sting itself and then pull it out. It is called a barb. B-A-R-B. Barb. So a small sting, quite often attached to a wasp or a bee. There are other animals that sting you as well. Peeing on a jellyfish sting will help relieve the pain. No, it won't. All it will do is, it will make a very strange smell, and it also might break your relationship up if you suddenly start having a wee over someone. Unless, of course, you're into that sort of thing. Oh, Mr. Duncan, I can't believe you just said that. Did you just say that there are people who wee-wee over each other? Well, I did say that, yes, I know, but, it's a strange old world. Here's another one. Oh, this is for all those who are enjoying your leisure time by relaxing yourself with a glass of beer or maybe a bottle of wine, and perhaps the next morning you wake up and you feel awful. You feel terrible the next morning. You feel awful. Is it an old wives' tale? Drinking more alcohol will cure a hangover headache. Yes, if you drink too much alcohol and then you go to bed the next morning, you feel awful. You might feel terrible. You will have a headache. You will feel awful. Some people believe that drinking more alcohol will cure a hangover headache. Is it true? No, you silly Billy. No, it isn't. Drinking more alcohol will not cure your headache. It will not cure your hangover. It is an old wives' tale. Oh, we are going to go in 8 minutes. I can't believe it. This live stream has gone by so quickly, don't you think? Here's another one. I like this one. This is one of my favourites. I will be honest with you, quite often when I'm making something to eat or if I'm carrying some food, sometimes some of the food will fall off the plate and onto the floor. So I believe that it is safe to eat food that has been dropped on the floor within 5 seconds. So So if you pick the food up very quickly, within 5 seconds, the food is still safe to eat. If you drop your food on the floor, it is safe to eat food that has been dropped on the floor within 5 seconds. Is it true, or is it an old wives' tale? I want this to be true. I really want it to be true. Please be true. Please, please. I want this to be true. Sadly, it isn't true. It's a load of rubbish. It is an old wives' tale. It is not safe to eat food that is being dropped on the floor, because there might be a little bit of bacteria or a virus or anything, something dirty on the floor. Oh, dirty, dirty. I don't like dirty. Dirty is bad. I don't like dirty things. So no, it is not safe. If you drop food on the floor, you should not put it in your mouth, because you might catch something. And of course, over the past year, we have all become experts on taking care of ourselves and protecting ourselves from germs and viruses. It might be true. Yes, it might be true if you drop it in a place where there is no dirt, but you can't trust it. You can't trust the floor. There might be something there. There might be a little bit of dirt that has come in from the bottom of your shoe. Yes, apparently also, yes, there is also the 3-second rule. Yes, you are right. Some people say 3 seconds. Some people say 5 seconds. Between you and me, I would advise not doing it at all, even though sometimes I have done it. I have to admit, I will put my hand on my pancreas and I will say, I have done it. I have picked food up off the floor that I've dropped. Sometimes an hour later, I will go back and scoop it into my hand and eat it. Disgusting. Here's another one. We have 3 more. Here is another one. Is it an old wives' tale, or is it true? Pointing at a rainbow will bring you bad luck. So this sounds like a superstition. This doesn't sound like an old wives' tale. But sometimes an old wives' tale and also a superstition can be very similar, if not the same. Pointing at a rainbow. Oh look up there. Oh look, there's a rainbow in the sky. It's so pretty. Look, I'm pointing at the rainbow. Ooh. Very nice. Pointing at a rainbow is unlucky. No, it is not. Unless, of course, you are standing at the top of a very tall ladder and you lose your balance, in which case it will be very unlucky as you plummet to the ground. Rainbows are cool. You are right. I love rainbows. I think rainbows are fantastic. This is a weird one. I don't believe this one. This can't be true, Mr. Duncan, you silly nitwit. We eat 8 spiders per year whilst sleeping in bed. So whilst we are sleeping in our beds at night, snoozing, is it true, or is it an old wives' tale? There is a belief that we eat around 8 spiders per year whilst asleep in bed. I don't want that to be true. I don't want it to be true. No, I can't imagine it being true. We do not eat 8 spiders per year while sleeping in bed. It is an old wives' tale. A lot of people believe this, but it is an old wives' tale. First of all, I don't know how the spider gets into your mouth, unless, of course, you sleep with your mouth open. But then, I still can't believe it's true. I still can't believe that it could happen. Because spiders normally are very timid. They are very easily scared. So I don't think it's true. I really don't. Have you ever woken up with something strange in your mouth? Here's the last one. Oh, it's only Monday. It's only Monday. Oh dear, how am I going to make it through the week? Putting new shoes on a table will cause a close friend or relative to die. Yes. This sounds, once again, like... This sounds like a superstition. It sounds a bit like a superstition. I personally think this is a superstition and not real. Putting new shoes on a table will cause a close friend or relative to die. It is an old wives' tale. Of course it's not true. Although it's been a very long time since I have owned a pair of new shoes, I must admit. I don't think I've bought a pair of new shoes since... When was the last time I bought a new pair of shoes? Well, I did buy some boots. But what about new shoes? Maybe 11 years? 11? 12 years? I think it's about maybe 11 years since I bought a new pair of shoes. I think so. Alessandra says putting your hat on the bed is also... I was doing so well there. I almost got to the end of that sentence. Putting a hat on the bed can bring bad luck. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. Sora says, my mother told me that if you don't wash your hands, a spider will bite it. Interesting. Yes. I think sometimes these beliefs have been invented and created just to scare children. I think so. I'm going in a moment. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. Something different, an interesting topic. I always like to share unusual things with you, so I hope you have enjoyed this. Oh, Mr. Duncan, is it really time to go? Is it nearly time to say goodbye? It's not fair. Yes, I'm going to have a cup of tea with Mr. Steve, and also I might have something to eat as well, because today I haven't eaten anything. I've had nothing to eat today. I can't believe it. I am back tomorrow though, don't worry. We have another day coming your way. Tomorrow I am back once again. Thank you very much for your company today. Thank you for your lovely messages. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you very much for your attendance as well. Thank you for being here. I will see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. UK time. We will do this again. However, there will be a different subject. And hopefully, it will be something interesting. We will have to wait and see. See you tomorrow. Thanks for your company. Don't forget you can watch this later. So this will be viewable. You can watch this again later. And yes, there will be captions later on. This is Mr. Duncan for the final time today saying thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Monday and have a super duper day wherever you are in the world. And you know what's coming next. Until tomorrow, keep that smile upon your face as you walk amongst the human race. And I will see you tomorrow. And of course, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Ta-ta for now.